Hey, welcome to Bones to Bulk, your source of information on how to gain lean muscle. My name is Brian Parody and I will be your host today, and we are going to be talking about some common myths when it comes to building muscle and how to kind of get past those myths. So welcome to episode 003. So if you are at all familiar with the gym and, have kind of been around that realm, you probably have heard a lot of different things. And today we're going to debunk some common myths that somehow got a lot of traction and a good foothold amongst the fitness world, and we're going to prove why they are incorrect. And hopefully you're not doing them, but if so, you know what? It's okay. We're going to kind of redirect and move on from there. So myth number one that we're going to talk about is the dirty bulk. I am sure you've heard of this. Basically, if not, what the dirty bulk consists of is you eat a lot of calories. It doesn't matter where those calories come from. The goal is just to put on weight. You do that for several months until you have an excess of weight, and then you go through the cutting or shredding phase where you cut your calories back and you lose that excess fat, and that's where those muscles start to come out. There's several reasons why this is not healthy, and let's start with the first reason. Reason number one, I want to be healthy. We've got a very mixed view of what health and fitness looks like. We solely base it on the external and what we look like, but we don't take into consideration the internal functioning of our body. Food affects so much of our well-being, not just how we look physically, but our mental state, just how we're able to function, how we feel, whether we have energy or are lethargic. Food just affects us in every single way, shape, and form. So why am I going to put a bunch of garbage in my body just for the sake of putting on weight? Because several things are going to happen when I do that. First off, I'm not giving my body anything it can use. Anything excess that is fat or sugar or, white carbs is stored as fat, and my body just retains that. It's not doing anything for my body other than putting extra stress on myself. Second off, this constant fluctuation of gaining excess weight, losing excess weight, gaining excess weight, losing excess weight, it's not a healthy cycle for your body. We want to take care of our bodies for the long term. I don't want to just have, this awesome looking body and yet be dying on the inside and not live past 50. I want to be healthy and fit for the long haul. That's the whole goal of this, right? We want overall fitness and health. We want to build lean muscle. Sure, looking good is a part of it. I'm not going to say it's not, but that's not the sole and only goal. The true goal is to be in a physically fit state. And when we do the dirty bulk, we're not doing that. And, a lot of people may argue that you can't build muscle mass without doing a dirty bulk. Trust me, you can. I've done it. I've put on over 40 pounds of muscle, and it's been from clean calories, clean, nutritious foods. So it is definitely possible, because if I can do it, I know anybody else can do it. All right, I think I've harped on that one enough. Let's move on to myth number 2. All right, so myth number 2. So this one, I get asked a lot on if I just want to tone or kind of get some more definition, should I be lifting heavy weights? And shouldn't I do, high repetitions and low weight? Well, first off, there's been a lot of studies done on doing a large amount of reps and a little amount of weight, or vice versa. And the results basically prove that there's really no difference between the two when they're just done completely by themselves and you don't ever change it. So that is not true. Don't think that just because you're doing a high amount of reps and low weight that's just automatically going to tone you, because it's not. What's going to happen is, you are going to gain some muscle because it's weightlifting, obviously, but you're going to stagnate real quick because your muscles are going to only grow so much because you're not pushing them. And once they get to that comfort zone, they're not going to grow anymore. So if you want to tone, if you want to define, you need to be lifting heavy. Lifting heavy does not make you just have bulging muscles. I wish it did. My life would be so much easier, and I would have had way more amazing results the first 2 years that I started all this, rather than just seeing no results, because that's all I did the first 2 years. All I did was lift heavy weights. I didn't change anything else. The gaining of muscle mass only comes through your nutritional intake and the amount of calories you're eating. It doesn't come from anything else. I mean, not to say that weightlifting doesn't play a role in that, because obviously you have to be lifting weights to build muscle, but that alone will not give you any kind of mass. So if you're concerned about lifting heavy, don't be. Disregard everything you've heard about that and lift heavy. Lift as heavy as you can. Push yourself and go for it. Don't hold back because you think you're gonna sculpt your body differently if you do a different amount of weight. So I really just want to encourage you in this. It takes time to relearn our fitness mindsets because there's so much information out there. And while some of it is good, a lot of it is not. And it's really through nobody's fault. It's just, we've been taught wrong. We've been trained wrong. Our view of fitness is very skewed, especially in this present age. It solely revolves around, looking a certain way. We see all these Hollywood stars who, most of them, not to say all, but so many of them are doing very unhealthy things to their body in order to get them to look that way. And I would never be an advocate for doing something that can harm your body in order to get a certain look. We want to build lean muscle naturally and also at the same time be fit and healthy on the inside so that we're around for the long haul, so that when we're 80 years old we're still killing it and crushing it in the gym. So I hope this encourages you. Please know that I am always in your corner, and if you ever have any questions, hit me up online, bonestobulk.com. It's kind of your one-stop shop. You can find links to all the social media pages. You can contact me on there. I would love to connect with you in any questions you have. If you like what you hear, please subscribe. Hit that iTunes button and subscribe. I would be forever grateful to you. I appreciate it. And regardless of what anybody has told you, regardless of any past failures, please know that you can do this. Your goals are obtainable, and you've got this.